Hey folks, how you doing? So I want to show you what I've been up to last couple days. A couple days ago I got the blades back from the heat treat and really anxious about doing the folders again. Jumped right on it, did a lot of prep work, and they're here. So these are the Mako flippers. This is the prototype stage where I had 5 of them cut to see if everything is fine, just like I had 2 of the other one, the CKC collab. Which that design worked out well. This design, there's a little tiny, it's not a problem for this, but it's something for me as a maker I want to eliminate, so I actually had to redesign it, and I redesigned it pretty big time. So there's gonna be a new version of Mako flipper, which I think is gonna be even sicker. But I'm gonna finish these. They're gonna be very limited, you know, only 5, and 2 of them are Wharncliffes and 2 of them are drop points. So here was the first one. This one sold yesterday, and I'm really gonna try to make this special, like really like perfect and like little special in different ways. I don't know, it's weird because every one is special, really. Every one of my knives is special. It's just, there are really no two same. Everyone has something different about it than any previous one. So this one you see orange peel. I haven't done it in a while, and people really liked it on that collab with Frank. So I did with orange peel, titanium screws, titanium backspacer, orange peel also. Really like these pocket clips. They're longer than the previous one, but kind of same design, and they're a little narrower, and they work really well, and they're very comfortable, very, like, you just don't feel them. I think one of the reasons also that the end of it is actually moved closer to the inside of your hand, where you have even more space. I think that it actually makes them even less feelable. Because if you had the end of the here, you kind of feel that the end is there, you know, kind of like here in this section of the hand. But because the end of the pocket clip is moved to the center of your hand when you grab, at least when I grab, it actually makes it feel, you know, even less, you know, noticeable. I really like this grind. So you have the kind of harpoon, very clean satin, and you have the straight bevel, straight primary, and then it comes to that kind of like reinforced tip, or I don't know how, yeah, reinforced tip, which is actually, it's very fine tip actually still, because it is a 0 grind. On this one it's a 0 grind, but on the tip, so it is very, very mean slicer. If you think about it, it's kind of like a Scandi actually, Scandi tip. Very thin grind, nice and good cutter, and just nice and tall, long switch. Very smooth. Very nice action on this one. So that was first one. Second one was this that a lot of people got really excited about. This one is actually on auction right now on Instagram. It's a Wharncliffe, the first Wharncliffe. People really liked it. A really good response on that grind. Just nice and clean. Really crazy switch. Actually, I don't know if you know, but it's actually like pretty complicated to put that switch like that. It wasn't easy. It took me a long time. It's almost mirror polish pretty much. It's very, very high polish, almost like a mirror polish on the switch itself. Then you have just nice and clean grind on the primary, and just nice horizontal on the flats. Very fine, very mean, aggressive tip. Same thing again, orange peel, except the backspace and the pocket clips are blued, but it's also orange peeled. And the same thing, you have the titanium screws, but this one has an alpha pivot. And I did kind of new thing on this, which I really like actually. I'm definitely gonna do this more often. This is the alpha pivot, you know, same like the one here, kind of like the traditional alpha pivot 3/16, but actually carved into it, or like kind of like whatever, drilled into it and then carved it to make it look like a chainring bolt. Because if you drill through the head, you know, you have a hollow on the inside. I really love how it looks. It just looks pretty cool, like a more elegant looking chainring bolt. So pretty excited about that. And then kind of like an orange peeled screw on the top, the decoration screw, or not decoration, just the basic screw I turn into the orange peeled finish. So pretty mean looking blade, this thing. And I gotta say, the revised Mako, it has a kind of like, I call it modified Warney. I showed the design on the Instagram, and of course it comes, the original design is with the drop point blade like all my knives, but the optional blade, like the fun, cool blade option, will be, like I said, I called it modified Warney. Some people would maybe even consider it Tanto, but it's definitely not Tanto, or like nothing even like American Tanto or traditional Tanto. It just, if you imagine straight Warney like this, but it has a break right in the middle, and it has two angles. So you have straight, and then it actually changes up, but it's right in the middle of the blade. Nice thing about it is that you can have that kind of like modified Warney that has the same exact features like a Warney, except it's not straight. I mean, there is no reason for it to be straight, really. But it would work exactly the same way like a Warney, like by the tip would be the same, but it can be also ground in a way that it would be one continuous curve, or just kind of like blend that corner in, or just make really cool, interesting looking grinds with that visually different angles, like the way they meet. So I think it's gonna be very, very cool looking blade. And the new thing about those is also I designed it in a way that there is a thumb hole opening the longer one with the larger diameter here and smaller diameter here, and hopefully that will come out well, because it looks really good on the cut file. But of course, with everything, you don't really know how it's gonna look until you actually finish one. So keeping my fingers crossed that everything is good with the design, and everything's gonna work out. So that's that one. And this one, the newest one, number 3 out of the 5, is the second drop point. So I have one more Warney and one more drop point left. So I went for, since the first two were clean orange peel look, I went with the themed design, and that was the alien. I really like that alien design, similar to the alien I did before, the prototype. So you have that kind of alien skin pattern carved into the flats. You have the alien spine in the backspacer and blackened alien pocket clip, alien spine pocket clip. I really like that too. Bronze screws and alpha pivot 3/16. It's also, I called it alienized. It has kind of matching theme. It's I don't know if you can pick it up there. It is like a circus, almost like a chiseled out or hammered out circus around it. Pretty cool. I like how it looks. It definitely works with the theme, I think. And the same kind of pattern on the screw on the other side. So there, and you have, so the backspacer is spined, and then you have a little bit of spine texture here on the front, or like right where the backspacer ends, this starts, and then you have it also on the bottom here, on the bottom straight. Just figured to kind of like nice and evenly space the patterns. I like it. It also works like a jimping here, kind of like a jimping. And the blade is similar to the first one, but it's a regular drop point with a reinforced tip. Nice little smaller edge swedge on this one, just nice and even. And again, kind of tricky swedge, because you have a certain straight swedge here, and then actually angle changes, and it just becomes this nice subtle little chamfer on the top. And it's the same on this side. So you see you have the swedge that kind of becomes that nice chamfer on the top. So tricky things, but like I said, I'm trying to get better at these things, and try to come up with the new designs and new ways to do things. And again, just nice and clean lines on the grind, almost zero grind, microscopic little bevel on it. The flats are actually stone wash. It was stone wash, so it's a two-tone finish with stone wash flats and then satin swedges, grind, and edge. So hope you guys like it. Not sure. I was thinking about that I might, over the time, I might keep this for a little bit and then just space out the auctions for this, just because they are such a limited run like this. Not sure yet. I might just do like 3 out of. We'll see. But not to worry. There's gonna be plenty of folders popping up on the Gearbastion very soon here. I just want to get these out of the way, and then back to the small flippers, large flippers, the usual. And hopefully soon, couple of weeks from now, hopefully the new model, the Mako. and also the CKC call-up flipper, the thumb stud and the front flipper. So people like those, I like those, so they should be coming up too. So guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like what I'm doing. Thank you for all the support. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.